South Korean cinema knows how to be ruthless. It grabs you by the collar, drags you through the filth of human nature, and forces you to keep watching until the bitter end. Bedevilled is exactly that kind of film. A harrowing journey that shocks, disturbs, and leaves you emotionally drained yet deeply impressed. The story begins with Hae-Won, a typical big city woman. She's stuck in a corporate job, drowning in stress, cynicism, and toxic interactions. Seeking an escape from her bleak life, she travels to the remote island of Mudo, where she spent her childhood and where her old friend Bok-Nam still lives. What starts as a nostalgic retreat quickly descends into a nightmare. Mudo is a place frozen in time, in the worst possible way. Patriarchy reigns supreme in its most toxic form, with women burdened by endless labor and men treating them as disposable. The elders? Silent enablers who justify the cruelty as tradition. Bok-Nam embodies suffering itself, trapped in a life of unimaginable violence and humiliation. Her smiles are mere masks hiding unbearable pain and repressed fury. The film hinges on its two leads. Ji Sung-won, as Hae-Won, delivers a detached, cold performance that provokes irritation, an intentional move, as her character is meant to frustrate. But the true standout is Seo Young-hee as Bok-Nam. Her portrayal makes her suffering visceral, pulling viewers into her anguish. When she finally snaps, it's not just catharsis, it's a storm that obliterates everything in its path. Director Jang Cheol-soo masterfully uses visual contrasts. Mudo's breathtaking landscapes are so idyllic they tempt you to pack your bags and move there. Yet this beauty becomes a weapon of horror, emphasizing the isolation and hopelessness that underpin the island's cruel dynamics. The violence is unflinching but rarely gratuitous. Each brutal moment is crafted to hit a nerve without overwhelming the viewer. That said, Bedevilled isn't without flaws. Its villains, from abusive husbands to spiteful elders, often feel more like caricatures than fully fleshed-out characters. Their cruelty is so exaggerated it borders on implausible, slightly undermining the film's emotional weight. And while the finale is undeniably powerful, it could have been tighter. Certain scenes feel drawn out, diluting the impact. At its core, Bedevilled is not just a revenge film. It's a fierce critique of a society where tradition excuses brutality. Bok-Nam's story is a cry for help, not just to Hae-Won, but to the audience as well. The film avoids easy answers, instead confronting viewers with uncomfortable questions about violence, indifference, and our complicity in systems of oppression. Should you watch it? If you're prepared for an emotional gauntlet and unafraid to tackle heavy themes, Bedevilled is a must-see. It's a film that leaves scars because it dares to unearth the darkest corners of human existence. South Korean cinema proves once again that it can dive deep into the soul and drag up the truths we'd rather ignore. Rating: 8 out of 10. Tough, relentless, and unforgettable.